Okay, you are in the backyard today with jelly007.com, and that's because there's a lot of people in my house, and it kind of makes it hard to video, and they want some macaroni and cheese. So I set up out here just for this. So here we go. I'm using a different one. This is the same one I did in my Instant Pot just a few weeks ago. It's going to be the identical pretty much recipe. I am going to use a different rigotti. I'm going to use a rigotti. Not sure I can pronounce that word, but rigotti number 86. And that's because it's a little bit smaller of a noodle, different than what I had last time, which was rigatoni, and it was a little large. Not that anything wrong with it, it was a little larger than we like. Same thing though, cup and a quarter of Parmesan, 2 cups of mozzarella, and 2 cups of mild cheddar. Again, you can change that with sharp if you want. We're going to put 32 ounces of chicken bone broth, and I will say, I didn't say last time, and bone broth means a bunch, or it means a little. You can use, if you can't get bone broth, just get the regular Swanson chicken broth. It works just as good, and it makes your macaroni a lot better. Heavy whipping cream. And of course, the reason I'm doing it is so I can brown it. I'm going to do my macaroni and cheese, and then brown it in the Ninja Foodi. And I'm going to use the air crisp mode. So we'll see how this goes in just a minute. I'll bring you back every once in a while, but it's as simple as pouring this 1 pound of rigotti in, and this 32 ounces of chicken bone broth or chicken broth, whichever you have. And that's all there is to it. But I'm going to bring you back and show you part of it. I mean, it shouldn't be that long of a video, but I'll be right back. Okay, so as you know from the other video, I mean, as simple as it can be. I will say that I can't pronounce, as I said, I can't pronounce that. I won't even try it. I'm not even going to try it. It's mustachiola, holy rigatoni. So we're going to use that. I'm going to get that back to focus. And by the way, since we're doing that, I will show you where we're at on time, just because it's a lot of things some people care about. We're 20 minutes till 5. So get the focus back in. Dump this whole box into the Ninja Foodi. Dump this whole 32 ounce. In fact, I'm going to shake it. 32 ounces of chicken bone broth, or chicken bone broth, or just chicken broth if that's all you got. And like I said, this is identical. It's going to be identical to my Instant Pot recipe, other than those noodles and the fact that I can brown it. And I'm kind of anxious to see if it browns well. I don't know. There's a lot of ways of doing it, and there can't be. I got a feeling this will work perfect if it's anything like everything else I've done with it. So, oh wow, I was fixing to do the wrong thing. We got a pressure cook. Set that to seal. Pressure is on high. 4 minutes, just like the Instant Pot. And we are off and running, and we'll see how long that takes, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, so we're at 5 minutes till 5, and we just finished to cook. It's at 34 seconds past being completed in the pressure cook. So I'm going to release the pressure on just quick release, and then just like the Instant Pot, and then we're going to come back, and I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like when I open it. All right, there it went. There went the pin. So we're roughly 2 minutes bleed down time. And here's what they look like. And like I always, there's a little liquid in the bottom, nothing drastic. We're fixing to put a bunch of cheese, it's gonna need that liquid. But as you can see, that, and I mean always, any pasta I put in here, or in a pressure cooker, is perfect. And I don't know why you cook pasta any other way, even if you were doing something different. So, I'm going to back this up a little bit so you can see what I'm going to do next, which is, I always add the cheddar first. It just seems like it needs to be done first. And I don't know there's a method on that, but that's what I'm doing. And I'm not going to keep you here the whole time. It's obvious. I'm going to add this. I'm going to stir this till it gets melted in. Once all that right there is pretty much gone, whoops, I'm going to add the mozzarella next, and then I'll add the Parmesan, and then we'll see how it looks, and if it needs heavy cream, we're going to put it in there. But to keep the video short, that's where we're at. Be right back. Okay, so that took about 2.5 minutes, and I mean, here goes all the mozzarella, and I mean, fast forward if you need to, but I'm just going to let you watch it. You'll see how much it thickens up. It always does with any method I've done. Like I said, I used to do this in the rice cooker, and it has always been a family favorite for macaroni and cheese. And like I said, I've never been able to brown it other than unless I put it under the broiler, which quite honestly I rarely do because it's good just like this. But the thing is, with this I can brown it, so I'm going to, you know. I mean, it may change everything about it. We're gonna find out. But that mozzarella really brings it together. I mean, it makes it. It's actually, I think, what makes it good. You got to have it all, but the mozzarella really adds the stringiness and makes it macaroni and cheese. And you can see what I meant by needing some liquid. You just do. That's, you know, that's what you need it. And with a rice cooker, I'm not sure that, you know, I changed the recipe a little bit from the rice cooker and updated the liquid amount that I start with. And I had to go 2 or 3 different times because I kept thinking it didn't need that much liquid in the bottom. So it does. That's my point. So here goes the Parmesan. And that's why this works so good too. It's with Sargento. And I think Kraft does it too. But they, you know, it's just a right size bag for 1 pound. And everything's one of everything. It's 1 carton of chicken broth. And it's 1 bag of cheese and 1 box of or 1 pound of pasta. So I'm going to stir this up real well. I may let it sit just a minute, just like, you know, kind of mimicking what I would be doing if I was moving it under a broiler. So I'm going to let that rest just a minute and kind of melt that cheese real well. And then I've been soul searching on whether to use the air crisp or the bake roast. And the air crisp or the broil. I think I'm going to use a broil. I mean, that makes sense. And if that's not doing what I want it to do, maybe I'll change it to air crisp. But to start with, it's going to be broil. But I'm going to let that rest out just a minute, and I'll bring you back and show you what happens when we broil it. Okay, there's where we are, about 6 after 5. And what we're going to do now is add the heavy cream and let it. I just wanted the cheese melted real well, and we're going to thin it out just a little bit. And I got to hit that where we can see it. And I'm going to say that much right there. And then we're about to do the broil feature. And the heavy cream, to me, it makes it a little more special. Might add a few calories, but special. All right, we want some peaks and valleys there to kind of get that. That's about half of that, by the way. Maybe half, a little less than half. And if I could get that to come off, there we go. All right, I'm going with broil. So, it says 10 minutes. I'm hitting start. So we're going to broil with a timer. If you can see it right there, it's counting down right here at 9:53. I'm going to let it go, and you can raise it and lower it all you want. It just turns on and off to my knowledge, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to look in about 3 minutes, and then again at whatever seems right. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're coming up on 3 minutes of time. Let's take a look. I'm anxious to make sure anything's not happening I'm not expecting. We're going to let it go all the way there, and there it is. And it doesn't seem to be doing much. So we're going to give it another 2 minutes. And all you do is lower the lid, and it starts right back up. Okay, so we're coming up on the next mark, which was 2 more minutes, and it'll be a total of 5 minutes of broil. And I'm kind of skeptical by looking at it while I go. I don't think it's, well, you know what? It is a little bit. It is doing a little browning. So back, it's not enough though. Like I said, I was a little skeptical. I'm gonna let it finish. We'll do 3 minutes and I'll come back. Okay, we're coming up on the 2-minute mark, which will be a total of 8 minutes, and I can smell it. So I got a feeling we're gonna have some action. Wow, that is on the money. I think I'm gonna leave it right there. Although it wouldn't hurt, you can see, to go a little further, but that looks like what I was wanting. So that's 8 minutes, and let's see what total time is. Whoops, if I don't knock my camera over. Total time is, I don't remember where we started. I think it was 20 till, so that's about 35 minutes if I'm not mistaken. You can do the math on it yourself, but hey, it looks fantastic. And the Ninja Foodi has not yet it's not ceased to impress me every time. But hey, also we got some beautiful weather here in Georgia about 3 or 4 days before Thanksgiving, and it's great weather. Nice day to be cooking outside. Like I said, I had plenty of people in the house, so made it a little easier on me. But anyhow, www.jelly007.com. Y'all come back to see me. I appreciate you watching my video, and I hope if you try you some mac and cheese, it turns out that good. Again, y'all come back to see me, and have a good day.